eye center just because. There we go. Alright, so in that last clip, it was running with just that body modified there. Everything else is completely stock. Let me do a quick build look over. So, stock 54 turn motor, 540 can, 7.2 volt nickel hydride, 5000 amp. It's not focusing. EC5s, 1040, and then a 15 kilo servo. Converted the shocks to a negative setup, so it pulls in tight. Not a ton of force, but more than enough to keep it planted. And then the axles have been made them a little sturdier because they did slip out a few times with because the axle lockers on this are plastic stock. I fixed that with some JB welds, so I hopefully don't have that issue again. But now I'm going to cut the tires more because in that last clip I had it cut. So these nubs here on the very edge, the little half nubs that are stock in here, they go to about here and out. I cut those off, and these side bites seem to be a lot better. Or, I don't know if the right term I'm using is side bite. I'm kind of new to crawling terms and all that, but I think basically with these cut, it gives it enough room to dig in on this. And this is fairly firm, so it's not going to slip, you know. But it lets it bite a lot better. I did, it's my first time cutting these, so I did screw up a lot, but they handled really well, especially in the river and climbing up those things. So what I've noticed though is this middle part still doesn't bite, and it really slides a lot. So I think this tread is too close together. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to take some of the tread here off to make the grooves bigger, and then I'm going to test it tomorrow and post the footage. Although I'll post record a quick update once I'm done with that. I'm trying to work on recording better videos. I don't really know what I'm doing. If anyone has tips or anything like that, just keep me posted. One other thing I forgot to mention real quick is this body here. I got it. I think it's a Rustler body or something I got off Amazon. It's like a knockoff thing. The hole was cut for a Typhon shock tower, so that's just kind of there. I can't really, do anything about that, but for the rest of it, I clearanced these. I kind of dove cut it a bit, took the front of the bumper off so it has enough room to get that whole servo up there. Then through here, I kind of made it curve a bit so it looked a little neater, and then on the back, same thing there. I just wanted the axle to flex out on the back. I didn't really care about whatever stadium truck body was going on there. But now that it's trimmed up, when it was stock with the front, or stock, 'cause I had to trim it a bit to fit the Typhon too, but when it was still wider, not trimmed for this, just when I just poked the holes and put it on basically, it was still hitting on these wheels, so it wasn't hitting the full flex. But now it should be able to. Sorry, I just wanted to add that update as well. On the screen real quick, you'll see in order the tires and how they were grooved. At first is the stock pattern, second is with the ends snipped off, and then the third one is with the grooves cut in the middle. The groove cut is directional, using the curved corner bits as hooks into the ground and leaving the flat sides on the back to increase the groove gap overall. Alright, we got all the tires cut. I'm recording with one hand again, so it might be a little difficult. I'm way up a hill here, so I gotta zoom a bit, but she seems to handle much better. I'm driving one-handed again, so sorry about that, but just as an example, let me get her moving here. See, nice and low on the throttle, don't need much wheel speed at all, and she's biting. Come on. There we go. Sorry, I got my thumb on the throttle and I'm steering with two of my fingers, so it's not exactly the best setup for this. This hill is so slippery that it is a nightmare to even try to walk up. I say try for a reason. I've slipped down it a few times. It's not very fun. Let me see if I can zoom out to, yeah. It starts up here, and then it kind of, it's real steep, and camera does not show that very well. It's, I should climb down and take a picture sometime maybe, but not today. But the bite seems to be drastically improved. So yeah, I'll just drive it over and show you. Come on, here we go. So I did is I wound up cutting those grooves on all of them. I left the notches on the front part. I didn't do the greatest job. You can see some imperfections all through it, but I left those bits, those little corners on the front to bite a bit, and then I cut the back smooth off to get more gap in there. And my logic was essentially, right, I noticed it was slipping down the middle, And when I snipped those end bits off, it seemed to bite a lot more with some space between the treads. So I figured if it had some room to build up some wheel speed, just a smidgen, and bite, it would, or not even wheel speed, just enough room for it to get surface area in the tread. Sorry if the camera moving. I've got it zoomed into 7 times right now, so I'm not moving it that much, I swear. But my logic was make the groove wider, give it enough room to bite more, and it seems to have improved a ton because it had no hope of getting up this hill previously. I had to go up this bumpy side here, which I'll film in a second. It can casually do this part. The hardest part's that one tree root right in the middle of the camera right now. But yeah, let me send it back down the hill and then I'll record that. But the tire cuts seem to have noticeably improved it. Alright, we got some zoom on it. Let's see how we do here. 4 times zoom, I think. I do not want to go down this hill because I am not sure if I can get back up. It rained a few days ago, so I don't know if the dust is loose here or slippery or how it works. I just know I've almost fallen a few times and I'm not taking that chance today. Take it back to the creek sometime as well, though it's not set up to be waterproof right now besides the stock gear in there. Sorry, I'm trying to give it a bit of a hard time just for some fun. But it's not set up to be waterproof or anything, so I'm kind of careful with that creek location. Come on, you want to do it. You want to do it. There we go. It does still need a little bit of throttle sometimes. Oh, shit. Oh, boy. Trying to remember, is it back this way? Yes, it's back this way. Good, 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 good. And then I can hook left now, and please don't roll. Please don't roll. Yes, okay. And come on, get your. I'm trying to get that one wheel up on the front left. It's not. There we go. You hear it ripping away at the ground beneath it. Oh, that tree root, that's the hardest. See, it looked a little smaller when I was zoomed out earlier, but it is literally, I can probably get into the tree root fairly close. I'm still on 3 times zoom, but it's literally the size of the car, you know. Hang on, I'm gonna try backing up, and then I need to come back out here way in spring when there's no leaves covering everything and see how it does. But there we go. Once we get that tire upper, we're good. And then we're close enough that I can finally zoom out a little bit. Jesus. 3 times zoom. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna pause and restart it because it's not letting me go less than 3 times zoom for some reason right now. Alright, so we're back at 1 time zoom. I'm way up at the hill here. It's kind of give you a scale of things. We were started way down there-ish. These couple runs here. That's the start of the dirt hill. But we're gonna get through the rest of this and then pack my car back up. Maybe I'll post this tonight, God knows when. But I've been editing it for a while, so we'll see. Here we go. Keep it on 2 times zoom so you can still see some of what's going on, and then here we go. You can see it just bite in when it wants to go. Come on. Sorry, modulating it like this is really hard. I'm crouched down, I got it on my thumb. I'm just gonna record with just how I was before. I'm just gonna go back to it. Yeah. Sorry if the view isn't as good, but I need to be able to actually drive it. And then we'll go get that dirt hill. I don't know if I've recorded it last time, but there's a hill up here. It can never make it up, or could never make it up. We're gonna try that one more time like this. All right, for perspective on the scale, that's the crawler, that's the hill it's getting up. That is really loose dirt. It digs in super easily. We're gonna just go for it here. Hang on. All right. Come on, bite, bite, bite. Hang on. Oh, it wants to go. Yep, there we go. I imagine most of that is partially due to the fact that it's still brush. It's got like, I think, a 4-mile-an-hour top wheel speed. So it will definitely benefit from when I get a proper brushless system in it. But for now, the torque at low speed is incredibly good. I'm quite pleased with it. Alright, here we go. Just for the angle that probably at least some people want. We're going to get some low-down rock crawling footage. I'm going to try to drive it one-handed like this, but this controller is very hard to grip like this. It is a very low center of gravity on this setup, but that is a-okay for me. If I can drag it across what I need to, then I'm still going to go over obstacles, so does it really matter? Oh, it's gonna scrape here, yeah. Hang on. Gotta build up some wheel speed. Alright, here we go. We're getting over this, I don't care. Edit out the 10,000 years of me spinning on a rock, maybe, I thought. I don't know. That way people don't have to watch me struggling, stalled out. It's fairly obvious what happened if I had to reset position. There we go. That's basically most of the rocks available in this line, or this segment over here. But as a quick proof, the thing of the wheel speed, this is as fast as it goes. So that's next to fix with a brushless system, and then we're good to go.